Hi. I want to talk to you about something. Three things, really. I want to talk to you about sexual harassment. I want to talk to you about discrimination. I want to talk to you about retaliation here in our workplace. And of course, putting a stop to all of it because, quite frankly, it's just nuts. You read about stuff in the paper like this where people are suing their boss. Why are they suing their boss? They're suing their boss because the boss or some coworkers are using lewd language, because women come back from a maternity leave and everybody says, well, you must not take your career seriously or you never would have got pregnant. We're talking about sexually explicit nicknames for people. We're talking about hiring people based upon their appearance rather than on their skill set. We're talking about saying to women, oh, shoo, get away so the rest of us can go on down to a strip club. We're talking about people doing all kinds of enormously stupid things at work that don't have anything to do with work. And you read in the paper about all of a sudden when people do these stupid kinds of things, throwing a bachelor party for a coworker where they go out and do stupid stuff, and then it reflects negatively on the company, then all of a sudden we find that the boss is getting held accountable for that personally as an individual, and our business goes in the tank and people get fired. You know what? Let's fix this. Three things I want to do. I want to get you to recognize what this harassment, discrimination, and retaliation in the workplace is all about. And then the big deal, I want to see if I can get you to be proactive, to take a step forward and help us to put a stop to it. And then I got to get you to recognize that from time to time somebody's going to go out and do something stupid anyway, and we're going to have to figure out a way to fix it without the rest of us all suffering great harm. But being proactive is number one for you and me right now. How can you be proactive on this? First of all, you have to understand that we are committed. Let me just read this. This is good stuff. We're committed to a workplace that's free of discrimination and or harassment based upon race, color, religion, sex, age, national origin, disability, marital status, sexual orientation, status as a Vietnam-era disabled or other covered veteran. These are things that the law of the land says, by golly, don't discriminate or harass people because of this stuff. And maybe in your state there's an additional category or two that's protected by applicable law, or maybe in the city where you do business. But the point is, these are not the things that make us worthwhile at work or less worthwhile at work. Skill set and effort, that's what's important at work. Harassment by managers or co-workers or even non-employees, our customers or their customers, will not tolerate this stuff. Sometimes this harassment becomes unlawful. Wait a minute. Explain. All right. What's the definition of harassment? Harassment is pretty simple. It's when you annoy somebody continually. Not complicated. All right. So if I annoy somebody continually, is that illegal? It is illegal and against our policies if the harassment is based upon somebody's membership in a protected group. So if I annoy somebody continually based upon their membership in a protected group, that's illegal. We just said the groups, race, color, those are protected groups under the law of our land. Religion, protected group, if I continually annoy you because of that. Age, protected group. Sex, gender, protected groups under U.S. law. National origin, where do your ancestors come from? Medical condition, that could be physical or mental. A disability, physical or mental, it's kind of a subset of medical condition, isn't it? Pregnancy, childbirth, or a medical condition related to that. And in some jurisdictions, both marital status, sexual orientation, and gender identity. You know what? None of this has anything to do with my coworkers' ability to do their job. That's not what it's about. So, if I harass somebody about one of these things, I'm not only violating the law, but I'm likely to get fired for it. Sexual harassment, which is the one that seems to be epidemic in this country right now, is really where you take one of these things, either sex or gender, sexual orientation or gender identity, and you annoy somebody continually based upon that. Or somebody turns around and annoys you continually based upon that. The law says, hey, it's against the law. There's two kinds under the law of sexual harassment. One of them is called quid pro quo. What does that mean? Quid pro quo means that if I say to somebody, okay, sleep with me or you're fired, that's this in exchange for that. That's what quid pro quo means. From a coworker to a coworker, hey, have sex with me, or I'm going to make your life miserable. I'm not going to support you. I'm going to help you to mess up on the job. And that'll get you fired. Be careful. If there's anything connecting, something tangible, where somebody's going to lose their job, get fired, not get a raise, not get a promotion, not get promoted to that team over there, it is called quid pro quo harassment. And it's illegal and it's wrong.